Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Phil. Today we're taking a look at the Maxpedition Platy Organizer. First of all, thank you to Maxpedition for sending this along. I've been a fan of their work for a very long time, and it's great to finally get to work with them. However, I do need to point out that whilst I received this product, I did not receive any financial compensation, nor did they have any input into my thoughts or the outcome of this review. This is just my experience with the product, having using it, and my genuine recommendation or not at the end. First of all, just my history with Maxpedition. I liked them for a long time. There might be some degree of bias there because I like their products in general. However, that is earned through them being high quality products. I bought my organizer mini size, I want to say, back in 2010, 2011 off of eBay, and it's still going 13 years later. Their, what is it, the Versapack or the Fatty has been my kind of like vacation bag for over a decade now as well, and it's a great bag. Maxpedition products are fantastic, and whilst they may be a little pricey compared to competition sometimes, that is reflected in their quality. So today we have the Maxpedition Platy. This is an organizer. First of all, this comes in two sizes. I opted for the large, which is 5 inches by 7 inches. It is also available in a 4-inch by 6-inch option as well, depending on what you want to accommodate. I would say that for most people, depending what you want to put in there, the smaller size may be better off. I wanted to see what I could do with this as a full kit, which is why I went for the larger size. So first of all, let's get a bit of size comparison. First, we have channel staples, a 91 and a 58mm Sasami knife. As you can see, they would very comfortably fit inside this model. And then let's see what else we got for a size comparison. Here is a chopstick, easily fitting in there. In terms of batteries for flashlights, AA, AAA, and 18650. And now the pouches, features, and layout overall. First of all, this is 500D nylon. The zipper is YKK. So quality hardware, quality materials, and overall quality stitching. This is double-sided in terms of its operation. So on this side we have two sleeve pockets here with some elastic for organization or clipping on, and a much deeper sleeve pocket in the back here. On the other side we have this little grab pull handle, which you could also use to attach things to via carabiners and similar clips. Two long sleeve-like pockets, and then a central zipper divide, which leads to a bit of a shallow, unorganized pocket here. This does come with a paracord lanyard, which is decently long and comes with an adjustable buckle. This is just secured with a simple overhand knot with some melted ends. And the idea behind this is that you would be able to then use it for a neck carry or crossbody carry. I will say, if you're going to crossbody carry it, whilst this is very generous for neck carry, you would probably need to be on the smaller side to comfortably crossbody this, unless you wanted it right up in your armpit, which maybe that's how you want to carry stuff. That's up to you. Personally, whilst I see the value in having a neck kit like this, I personally opted in my testing and my personal use to not use this. And so removing this is nice and simple. If you want to, you can see that it just passes along the inside here. And there you can see American design, made in Vietnam. So in order to remove this, basically you just want to undo the overhand knot. Like so. Get this spring-loaded toggle off, and then pull from the inside. And because this is so easily removable, you can also change this out and customize this if you want. You could go for a different color of paracord to give it pop of an accent color. You could switch it up to something like a survival cord if you wanted some more utility as cordage itself. And as this is paracord, it is notable that you do have this as cordage as well as a neck strap. But now that we've got this empty and that removed, let me go ahead and show you how I load this up, and then we'll go through my final thoughts, pros and cons on this guy. So let's take a look at how I load it. So this is how I have it loaded out personally. Now I will say that one of the things you're not going to see in here is a multi-tool, simply because I didn't want to bulk it up too much. I don't personally like when pouches get so cumbersome. They basically feel like a brick. I don't like them bulging out like that. So whilst I may add a smaller multi-tool in here in future, something like an X-Tool Mini Sailor or a Squirt, something like that, currently it is not in this version of the kit. So just a quick rundown on these two exterior pockets. I have a knife and a flashlight. The knife I've currently chosen is a nice long flat knife. This is an Olight knife that I believe comes out in August, so you'll see this on the channel later on in the year. A nice flipper OL handle and a Nitro V blade. Light-wise, I've gone for a pen light. I personally really enjoy pen light as a form factor. However, they're not the greatest to carry in pockets. They're more of a bag kind of thing, so this was the perfect opportunity for that. And I've gone for the Woburn PL01, which, to be fair, is a pretty fantastic little pen light. Lots of power, while still being nice and compact. And this will get its own review, like the knife, later on, probably in the coming weeks. Now, whilst I've gone for more of a 2 AAA size pen light, this will happily take a larger pen light as well. This is the i5T Plus, which is two AAAs. As you can see, lengthwise, thickness, the pocket is taking that no issue. On the other side, we have a Bastion EDC bolt action pen rather than pencil, and the excellent Kurotoga mechanical pencil. To write on, a waterproof line paper pad. This is by Polymath Products. In the UK, it's just basically a more affordable option than Write in the Rain. If you're in the US, Write in the Rain is fine. And also in this pocket, I do have a little envelope. This is from a first aid kit refill. This is basically just a few different sizes of plasters, and I did also put a sanitizing wipe for wounds in there as well. And using the old envelope from the refill kit just keeps it all nice, clean, and together. Coming around to the other side, now with this central position zip, to get things in, you might have to like slide to one side and then slide back. That's just the quirk of it. But loaded up in here, this is how it looks. Loaded up first. And first we'll tackle my power solution. This is just a short USB A to C cable, specifically one that came with a Woburn flashlight. This is the power bank I've gone for, a little Pivco unit. This is from Home Bargains, a UK bargain store. I really like this. It's nice, thin, has a good selection of ports with a micro USB to charge, a USB-C charge in and out, and a USB-A charge out. The little attachment there if you want to throw a lanyard on it. Just for the factor, the size, the weight, this is about 4,000 milliamp hours and cost a $5. Highly recommend this, and it was perfect to go in this kit. So that is my power option. Now, otherwise in here, I do have a little fixing kit. So this is just a little Ziploc. We have some cotton buds, some safety pins, a single-use super glue, which I highly recommend. We also have in here, which I showed in my pouch video, display that here, a little bit of hot glue on a pin, which makes it a lot more easy to use. As well as the pin being an option to use separately. And then we have an old little keychain membership card with some electrical tape and medical tape wrapped around it. Now for use with that glue, we do have a Bic. Specifically, this is a Bic Slim, which I got because it was on sale in Lidl, to be honest, versus a normal Bic. But it being a little bit slimmer does help with the mission of keeping this pouch just a little bit thinner. Then we have a Clinell individual sanitizing wipe and a Uvex glasses cleaner, just for cleaning my glasses primarily, but also great for cleaning my phone, camera lens, that kind of thing. And finally we have There we go, your little biter. 4 zip ties, 2 different sizes, simply because zip ties are really useful. And between this, the glue, and the tape, you should be able to make quite a few different in-field repairs for whatever little thing you need to make sure doesn't move or separate. And let's face it, for the weight and thinness of a zip tie, it just disappears into the kit. So this is how I've chosen to load it out. I typically use this with a bag, however I have carried this in a cargo pocket as well, in shorts in the summer, and I found that this has been a great option. All of the tools are easily available, and the pouch itself, it feels good quality. It has a lot of organization options for what I want, and I'm not even making full use of those options right now. This entire central part is basically begging for something to be clipped to it. You could add glow tags to make it easy to find in the dark. Overall, this is adding a lot of options to your EDC. Now, in terms of what I think of the pouch overall, I like it. This is going to come in at £24 or £25 for the small or large respectively, or $19 or $20 if you're seeing a price difference there. That's just life in the UK. And I think this is a superb option for a lot of people. Now, I will say that this central opening thing, it's not going to be for everybody. It took me a little bit to get used to it. You might prefer something that has more of a pencil case style, top or top side. That's just going to be personal preference, and maybe something that you need to try out. I know this kind of central opening pouches become more popular in the EDC scene, especially with smaller batch pouch makers, and I think it works fine. I think it's good. I think it works well with these 2 central pockets here. I think Maxpedition have done a good job with that. But obviously, if that zip isn't going to work for you, then it might put you off the pouch overall. In terms of the layout of this webbing and stuff, I'm a little confused in terms of this double wide webbing here, which kind of mostly sits on this sew line, which means that you can't clip something large in here and have it go into the pocket. It feels more like it's meant for clipping something that will then sit on the outside, which is fine, I guess. Let me see if I have something to clip. Now, it's definitely an option. I think I would have just preferred if I could have had this dipping definitively down into one of these pockets, which may have changed things. This is definitely more aesthetically pleasing, but overall the layout and organization of any bag and pouch is going to work well for some people, gel for some people, and not work as well for other people. You're just going to have to take a look at it, maybe try it out and see if it works for you. In terms of the quality of the product, I can definitely stand behind it. Maxpedition have done a great job. Again, in terms of the layout for me personally, it works. I won't be making use of the paracord for the most part, but the option is there, and of course you can put whatever cordage you want on it should you want. That's not something I will personally be using. Overall, the Platy is a hit for me. I'm interested in the smaller size as well, actually. I'll probably pick one of those up at some point, and I can recommend it if you're looking for a pouch and the layout of pockets is appealing to you. But make sure that you have an idea of what you're going to do with it. Don't end up buying a pouch and then just thinking, oh, I have no use for that, because that's a problem that we all have. But at the very least, you end up with a good pouch. But what do you think of the Platy? Let me know in the comment section down below. Whilst you're down there, I'd greatly appreciate a subscribe and a like. And if you'd like to see more products on the channel, please consider direct support through Patreon, YouTube membership, or coffee. But I've been Paul, and I'll see you in the next video.